Hello, everyone. Here I am on my couch, hoping to explain to you why I'm personally switching from Google to Bing. There's various different reasons why, and I hope to explain them all and not explain why I still have a Christmas tree up almost at the end of February. So we'll just forget about that and jump right into it.
So I was trying to come up with ways to kind of show how to do this, and I was thinking through it, and every time I kind of ran into an issue. So what we are going to do to kind of explain why I'm switching after using the new Bing is I will show you. So what is new about Bing? Well, as we all know, or maybe not, OpenAI language model is really solving a lot of problems that some people had. For example, when what I really noticed about it was I wanted Python code to be written in C sharp. I copy pasted all the Python code and said, write this in C sharp. It did it, and the code executed perfectly. That's a very strange use case. Not everyone would do that, but it was something that I noticed that helped me in my job instantly. And there's a lot of IT admins who are learning about how to do PowerShell stuff now because of Chat GPT. Well, since Microsoft has had such a big play in the hosting as well as the deployment of GPT, they have integrated it with Bing Search, which essentially means you get the same benefits of using ChatGPT's language model, but you also get the inputs from search. So let's just do a quick search to understand more. What is ChatGPT and how is it being used for Bing search? And as you can tell, I've searched this before. So we'll give it a second here. So on the right there, you can see that there's something responding. So that is the new Bing search. It's actually searching for ChatGPT right now. And then it writes you a response. That's the big difference between the Bing AI, or the Bing implementation of GPT, as well between the OpenAI. And they really are the same thing. Bing just able to input it right into their search. So as you can see off of that one search, I've cross-referenced 5 posts or 5 sites, and it gives me the links to these sites. So if I were to copy this, you would actually see, I'll put it in this, that it cites all of the sources that it's using to gather this information. That obviously isn't the information that was used to train the model, but it's all the information that this is currently using to gather that information. So let's go into the chat here, which will open up this. I don't want to start a new topic yet. What could we possibly do with this? So we've had Bing kind of search for this right there, kind of explain in better words what it is and how it's doing it. For next word series, Bing's enhance the search by providing. So let's use this right here, and let's say, can we use and reword that response so someone who doesn't understand would understand the response. So we're just basically asking it to use that response. So we're continuing the conversation and we're going to reword what it just said. Hopefully, if this all works, like I said, I was going to try to prompt some of this out, but I think doing it live, you can really see what's happening here. So here we go. It's just spitting it out. You get some of the same features that you do with ChatGPT because you can reword things, write things, but now you're getting actual, output from websites, live data, where you do not get that with ChatGPT. Now that we have that, I'm going to go in and we're going to, how do you want to do this? I'm thinking we'll start a post first. So can you write that information in an email format I can send to my grandma Pat. So now we should be able to use that search results, and then now it's going to write us an email. So this is very simple of like the things you can prompt, and that's really what the shift I feel like is going to be with this language models is instead of us humans searching for things, we're going to be able to use prompts to find the information easier. So I want to do one more thing here, and this is a really gray area because as you can tell, Bing is searching for this information. So if we went ahead and used this information and wrote a blog post about this, essentially we're getting information from the internet to post this information to the internet, which is a could cause major problems, especially if the information is wrong, because the information will then scale infinitely wrong and you would have to fix it all in order for Bing search to work again. So now, at least right now, there's no way to see if something's right or wrong by default. So you kind of have to be that person to see if it's true or false information. But we're going to do it anyways, and we're going to format this as a blog post and post it as HTML. Can you do that, but instead of email, write it in write it as a blog post in HTML? And this might fail. Some of the prompts are actually protected from creating blog posts, I've found. Okay, so it is working. So now it's writing actual HTML like a web page, and I'll show you. I have my WordPress site up, and we're going to post this right into WordPress, and you'll see how powerful this really is. And this is just kind of the beginning of all of this information, right? I mean, there's so much that can be done here. This is really scratching the surface of prompting as opposed to searching. So now we have this information. We're going to go up here and we're going to copy all of this. And then we're just going to, so this is just my blog, and most of it is just AI written. So actually we don't want to do this. Not do that. We want to edit this as code. Let's see if it'll paste now. Nope, it didn't like that. So let's go back here and let's just copy it out one more time if it works or not. If it doesn't, we'll have to just copy it out. But we're going to keep those sources there. So we'll leave the sources. So we're citing our sources. Now I'm going to grab the HTML from right in here. That copy, I have noticed there's some bugs. Obviously, this is very new with this copy, especially when you're on the phone. Like, because this just came out on the phone yesterday. So everything we're doing right here can be done on your phone using the Bing app. And it's pretty sweet. It's almost too sweet where you don't want to get off your phone when you shouldn't be on your phone. At least for me personally. There's just so much information that you can gather so quickly by doing this. So we'll take the title here. We'll paste it there. Delete the title here. And then we'll exit the code editor. I'm actually going to change that really quick. But see how dangerous this is? I haven't cross-referenced or checked anything. This could all be false information. Could be spelt wrong. The sorts couldn't be cited. So Chat GPT is using this to find information. So this is a very gray area on how to use Chat GPT. But it's really just the simplest way to show it. So I'm sorry if anyone does not like that I'm doing this. So let's just tell it thank you, and to get the 5, we'll see if we can change the title actually really quick. So it gives you some basic prompts like you saw there at the bottom to quickly change what you're going to use. So in this case, it's giving us different fonts or different kind of verbiage of this. We'll see how long we can prompt. It should stop after 5 and say we need to refresh, which I'm hoping it does. Oh, still going. So while it's going, you can format the response in any way. That's the trick. it might not have to be HTML. It could be French. So if you're trying to talk to your French friend and you wanted to post something, you could translate your paper from English to French, or really anything. Python, and HTML is pretty easy because it's just a text file with some markup on it. But I'm just waiting for it to finish here. I'm sorry. So thanks for changing the title. I'm trying to get it to see. Here's where we get Microsoft has implemented this new limit where you can't say anything else here. Please, it'll just cycle through this. Okay, so let's use another interesting thing here, which is sales. So I have an example here of an email that came into a sales inbox where a client was asking about this information about a Phantom 4 drone, complete specifications, endurance, title, video for surveillance, security. So he's just asking for some stuff. Let's just post this and then say, see how it's all formatted wrong? That's how the email was sent. I'm going to say, can you please provide links to the product from, this might not work. It might though. So then it's going to use the information, maverickdrone.com, Phantom 4 drone, and it's going to basically give us that information right back. So it's just saying, according to this, it's basically just giving information like the client asked. He also, so it's saying he could not find information about video from this website. May we contact them directly to find more details? No, I don't want me to do that. I'm going to say, please search the internet to find more details. So we're going to say, please use the internet to find more. So we're just going to keep increasing the prompt here. So now it's going to hopefully be able to find that piece that we were missing and give us that. So in theory, this person emailed the sales inbox asking questions that Chat GPT is able to solve for you. I wonder if I'll be able to get it in this amount of prompts. So it's in sport mode. That's great. But add information. We're just going to go back up to the initial prompt here, which was video for surveillance and security. We're just going to actually add this last part here. Then a link to for that product. And it's really not, you're not going to get the same response every time, which is really kind of interesting about this. It's also scary. I'm trying to preface these talks with saying, I reached my limit, so I hit my 50. But I hope that was helpful. I will post more videos. It can give you links to things in the actual response. So it could respond product links. But what I wanted to really talk about the negatives here, we're just making sure that if you're using this information, it's correct. Because if it's not correct, it can scale infinitely and make you look stupid. It still requires an expert to truly look at the information and verify that it's the correct information. And we're still in the beginning phases of this. It really gets crazy once you get more prompts into it, or you get the right prompts with more. These are some very basic prompts. I'll post a link in the description to somebody who actually explains prompting more as opposed to searching, and how it will help us in the future. So in conclusion, I really hope this shows why I'm personally going to switch to Bing, whether it's just using the search to summarize my question from multiple sources, or using it like Chat GPT from OpenAI to solve problems for me. I don't hate Google, but Microsoft really got you this time. Thanks, and have a great night, everyone.